Second day in a row, we're calling the Giants-Reds game. San Francisco comes to the plate up by 1 in the top of the 8th. And we got a pitching change. The former Giant, who got traded to Cincinnati in the offseason, Taylor Rogers, comes in to face his former team.
Giants uniform had a solid season, 2.4 ERA.
Rogers throws that first pitch for a strike, a sweeper at the top of the zone, 0-1 on Tyler Fitzgerald, who is at the end of the order for San Fran. That sweeper misses low. That's 1-1.
Rogers, 34 years of age. He's got a little more time in the big leagues than Tyler Rogers. He's about ready to complete his 9th
The
year.
1-1 offering. Fitzgerald fouls that off. That's 1-2.
Taylor Rogers, he went to the University of Kentucky, so these are familiar stomping grounds here in the Midwest for him.
Got movement in the bullpen for San Francisco. Ironically, it's Tyler Rogers, his brother, as Fitzgerald fouls that pitch off, and he'll see another.
Fitzgerald doubled right down the third base line in his last at bat.
The 1-2 pitch. Did he go?
No swing.
Didn't go. Sinker upstairs, 2-2. Fitzgerald checked it. He did not go around. Two-two pitch. Outside, and the count is full.
Lamont Wade Jr. on deck.
Full count pitch. Fitzgerald rockets that one to Ellie. He'll fire it over to Encarnacion at first, and he couldn't make the play. Fitzgerald safe.
Here's the catch to end the 7th inning.
He knew he got away with one.
Yeah, he did.
Gavin Lux, he knew he had one taken away from him by Mother Nature.
An error on De La Cruz.
And now, up to bat is the leadoff man, Lamont Wade Jr.
And here's Wade. And Wade
Rogers just misses outside with a sinker, and it's 1-0. Lamont Wade 0 for 3 today, a flyout, a lineout, and a strikeout in his 3 at-bats.
Good lead for Fitzgerald.
1-0 pitch. Just misses with the sinker outside again, and it's 2-0.
Neither of them called a strike.
Taylor Rogers is wondering how small is this strike zone. It has been small, but it's been a consistent zone. Manny Gonzalez, the plate umpire, has done a good job.
There's a bunt.
Wade bunts. Rogers fires it to first, and it's high, and he got him. Just in time.
It'll be a sacrifice.
Fitzgerald moves to second.
Really a terrific
It was a
play by
close
Taylor
play.
Rogers.
Really great play by Rogers. And the Giants will not challenge it. Let's see how close it was.
Here's the back end of it.
Oh. He might have been safe.
Couldn't see when the glove received the ball.
Oh, that's really close. That's very close.
So sacrifice puts Fitzgerald at second, and here's Willie Adames.
Doesn't look like the Giants are going to challenge. Here's a good angle.
One more look.
Oh, yeah, he's out.
They just did get him by about the length of a spike.
Oof. That's as close as you can get. Now here's Willie for the Giants.
And the
Runner goes for third. The throw is in time. Austin Wynns cuts down Fitzgerald, who tried to steal third. What a throw by Austin Wynns. And the Giants are going to challenge.
This is the first of the year.
As he gets over to Candelario. Oh. He might be safe.
I don't see it from there. Looked like they got him. This might be the best look.
missed the front arm. Maybe he got the back arm.
Here we go. This is a
Yeah,
bad
he gets the
angle.
right arm, but did he get the left hand in there?
And he's out.
I think he's safe. I think Candelario missed his arm.
Very clear that it was not a tag. Let's take a look at Cuccione's crew in New York. They're taking a peek at it. It's got to be clear and definite proof. I don't know if there's enough there.
I think he's safe.
It's the right arm.
Yeah, I don't think it grazed the bill of the helmet.
I don't think Candelario, he tried to tag his right arm, and I think he missed. I think Fitzgerald should be safe here. I think this is a stolen base.
You can't tell. I don't
Can't
think
tell
there's
if he
enough
touched
arm
his arm or
there.
not. No, kind of looks like it did. I would be shocked if this is overturned.
I'd say they have a 20% chance of getting this call.
We
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is safe. San Francisco retains its down.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
well.
Tyler Fitzgerald successfully steals third. The call is overturned.
We did.
A great call
See enough there.
by the Giants.
A remote chance, and yet they get the play, and that is a big play.
And now
Now
the
they have a runner
infield,
at third with less than 2 outs.
infield is in for Adames.
And here we go. Rogers to fire to Willie. That's an outside sweeper. 1-1. Willie's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a flyout.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Pitch. Willie pops that one into center field. Blake Dunn's under it. This should be far enough to score Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald comes in and he'll score easily. It's 5-3 Giants.
Now, Dunn was the best arm they had out there. in
An
the outfield.
RBI sac fly for Willie Adames.
That was their best shot. It wasn't close. Nice job by Adames. Hit his first RBI of the year. And that's a big run.
Well, that was the run that was so hard to get last year for the Giants. Here's Lee, nobody on, 2 outs.
Jung-Ho Lee comes to bat for the Giants. And he
And a
takes a
strike.
sinker right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Lee fouls that ball down the first base line. It's
Pulls this one
0-2.
foul. After 2 crowds here of over 40,000, today on a day that really did look like rain, 14,089 here at the park, but a lively crowd, as they always are. in
0-2 pitch.
Cincinnati.
Lee
This is
grounds
slowly
this ball, gets past Rogers. Here comes McLean. He couldn't flip it to Encarnacion, and Jung-Ho Lee has an infield
Once
hit.
it got past Rogers, it was going to be tough.
Well, it's tough for Rogers, the left-hander, because his momentum's going over towards the third base line, so he's got to unwind and try and run it down. The point you make, once it got past him, McLean, the second baseman, had none chance.
Skipper Terry Francona comes out. Here's what Mike's talking about. So Francona's going to use the bullpen.
Mound visit here. Terry Francona, the newly unretired manager for the Reds, comes out.
So
And that's
Rogers
the end of
departs.
Taylor
We'll let you
Rogers'
know who's
day.
coming in when we come
We'll be
back.
right back from
Giants lead
Cincinnati.
5-3.
Nate, we need to talk.
We've worked with John here in Cincinnati a long time.
Welcome back. New pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is Scott
And the
Barlow,
hitter is Matt Chapman,
and he'll face Matt Chapman
and Chapman takes Lone away.
as his first
As
batter,
Boston
as
wins,
Barlow
but he had a
misses
strike.
Lone away. 1-0.
You see a lot of fastballs and sliders from Barlow. Good season last year in Cleveland.
That slider's way outside and in the dirt, 2-0.
Big, tall guy, 6'3", 210, but I mean, very, very compact throwing motion. I mean, he really gets into a high position. I don't think his hand goes below his belt when he's taking it
Chapman's
back.
1 for 3 with a 2-run homer back in the 6th inning. This 2-0 pitch is inside. Chapman did check his swing. He did not go. It's 3-0
Well,
on Matty
Chapman had the
Chapman.
green light. He had a long home run in the 6th.
Lee at first. 3-0 pitch. Chapman trying to get the second base runner on for San Fran. And that's up high, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Matt Chapman.
This was the home run in the 6th.
He made the pitch. I mean, Martinez put it right there in the inside corner with movement running in towards Chapman, but he managed to get barrel on it.
And up to bat for the Giants,
See you later.
it's Elliott with 2 runners on. And he goes after the first pitch and fouls it off.
That slider.
0-1.
Every once in a while when one of us will say the hitter beat a guy to the spot, that's a really good example of it.
0-1 pitch.
Outside.
Outside.
To the count.
And the count is tied up at 1 again. The 1-1 pitch. Elliott rips this ball into left for a base hit. Lux fires it in. Lee's gonna round third, and he'll score.
And coming in to
It's
score is
6-3 Giants. An RBI single for Elliott Ramos.
Not have
That throw has got
And
to
the
go
Giants
to third.
plate 2 so far in the top of the 8th to push the lead up to 3.
Jung-Hoo Lee's speed, and Lemire, he got a 2-out break. He's going on contact. And you're right. I mean, that's a mistake. Weak throw.
So now up to bat for the Giants, their DH, Wilmer Flores.
Wilmer Flores. Now runners at the corners. And a strike.
Barlow fires the slider at the bottom of the zone for a strike, 0-1. On deck for the Giants, pinch hitting, it's Mike Yastrzemski. Check over at first. Elliott got back in time. Barlow misses with a sweeper outside, 1-1.
Terry Francona has used 4 pitchers today. And Barlow's the 4th.
The 1-1 pitch. That's ripped right to Ellie. He'll fire it over to first for the final out of the frame. But the Giants plate 2 in the top of the 8th to get the lead up to 3. It's 6-3 Giants heading to the bottom of the 8th. Welcome back. New pitcher for the Giants, Tyler Rogers, comes in and immediately pumps in a strike. 0-1.
Yastrzemski is now in right field.
Mike Yastrzemski comes into right, replacing Luis Matos. 1-1 on.
Giants with a 6-3
Trying to
lead.
see who that is. I can't get a good look at him. Who's batting for the Reds? Swing and a miss. Is that Blake Dunn? It looks like Blake Dunn.
Mentioned Yaz and right.
1-2 on Dunn, and Dunn grounds this ball into right field for a base hit. Yaz gets it in, and Blake Dunn, I was right, has a single.
I think that's exactly what he had in mind.
And up to bat now for the
They're
Reds.
going to use a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting, Jacob Hurtubise.
Jacob Hurtubise is the pinch hitter.
This is the last hitter in the Reds lineup. Hurtaby's the 9-hitter. Tyler Rogers delivers. Pumps in a strike at 82. 0-1. Rogers has that unique and awesome delivery by his knees, and it raises up, makes him deadly, really hard to hit.
You don't see submarine pitchers.
Really awesome
very
pitcher. As he misses outside with a sinker,
often. And with
1-1.
these guys, you got to have a different plan.
And that's why he can be effective against left-handed hitters, right-handed hitters.
The 1-1 delivery. Check swing.
1-2.
He went. 1-2.
Take a look at how low he goes with his delivery, about a foot off the ground. Sometimes he can even go lower. The rubber band man.
Rogers looks over at first, now fires over. It's a lazy throw. Dunn's back in on time. Rogers checks at first again. And will deliver. A sinker that raises too far up high, and the count is all tied at 2.
Top of the order, Matt McLain to follow.
Hurtubise fouls that off, and he'll see another. Hurtubise really battling. This is a favorable matchup for him, as Rogers is a righty. Tyler Rogers delivers. Outside, full count.
Yeah, that was his chance with the 2-2 count to try and wrap around the backside, going backdoor with that big frisbee breaking ball. Now, the 3-run lead, he's got to throw a strike here.
On deck for the Reds is Matt McLain as Hurtubise pops that ball way back and foul.
Just above us.
Rogers looks over at first and will deliver. And he just misses outside, and Jacob Hurtubise draws a walk,
Tyler Rogers.
and the game-tying run will go to the plate.
Was it up?
Matt McLain up next for the Reds.
Said yes. I don't think Tyler Rogers was buying it.
Well, it wasn't up, it was outside. So here's Matt McLain.
The problem with
The
that is
Reds
3-2
batting
pitch,
order
you throw up,
turns
pitch to
over
the catcher,
as Matt
he doesn't
McLain's the
lose
leadoff
the ball.
hitter. He's 1 for 3 today with a homer in the 6th inning. Rogers pumps in a strike to start off this AB. 0-1.
Clay, not an easy guy to double up either. He runs well.
0-1 pitch. Pumped in for a strike. 0-2 now on McLain.
Two.
0-2 pitch. Way upstairs for a ball.
And that is the breaking ball that actually rises. I mean, physicists for the longest time say it's impossible to make a ball rise. Well, not when you throw from the submarine style. And it is a funky looking pitch when it's coming to you.
Rogers misses with a slider.
Tries it again.
Up and
Easy
outside.
takes. I want to give easy takes.
2-2.
1-2, and he's giving them 2.
No outs in the bottom of the 8th. Runners on 2nd and 1st. Need this here. McLain pops that foul.
McLain out in front. McLain fouls it back. It stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 pitch. Rogers fires. McLean grounds that ball right back to Rogers. He'll flip it over to Wade at first. And the runners move up to second and third with one out in the bottom of the eighth.
Both runners advance, and here's Espinal.
Up to bat for the Reds, Santiago Espinal. Their right fielder. 0 for 2 today with a walk in the 6th inning. Rogers pumps in a slider for a strike, 0-1.
They will give up that run at third on a ground ball.
Beauty of a 3-run lead.
0-1 pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Swing and a miss on a sinker outside. 1-2. Tyler Rogers got Espinal to chase. He's now ahead in the count. 1-2 pitch. Espinal fouls it off.
And he hits it out of
That was
play.
a fight him off swing to stay alive, and a pretty good emergency swing. Got to have a good emergency swing if you're going to do well up here.
One-two. Espinal grounds the ball to third. Chapman tags the runner, throws to first, gets him in time for the double play to end the inning. What a play by Matt Chapman. Tags out the runner who was going to third, which was Hurtubise, and then flipped it on the run over to first just in time to end the inning.
And that'll end the inning.
What a play by the former Gold Glover, Matt Chapman. We'll be right back from Cincinnati.
Brent Suter
Top of the
is
ninth,
pitcher,
Brent Suter,
lefty
new pitcher for
facing
the Reds,
Mike Yastrzemski,
coming
and
in to
there's a
face
called
Mike
strike.
Yastrzemski.
Yaz hitting for the first time today.
Suter fires to Yaz. Yaz fouls it off. It's already nothing
And
in
it's
two
nothing in two.
on Yaz.
See the numbers for Brent Suter, who went to high school here in Cincinnati
It's a good number.
last season. Good solid year.
0-2 pitch. Suter fires and just misses inside with a fastball. It's 1-2.
1-2.
Suter, you're not going to see a lot of velocity. I mean, it's not even at 90 on
And
that.
Yaz grounds his ball right to Encarnacion at first, flips to Suter who covers, and that's the first out of the top of the ninth.
Never take this guy for granted. Take a look at this play, Mike.
Now, he sees the play right in front of him, and that's Hurtubise makes a running mistake. You can't run into that play. He leaves the baseline. I mean, he may have been called out on that. We didn't see the call from the third base umpire, but the tag is clear, and then he comes through and completes the play that ends the inning. That's a Gold Glove play.
Wow.
What a time to do
Suter
it.
delivers to the new pitcher, new batter, Sam Huff. And that's 1-0 on him. Huff with the catching duties today for San Francisco, and he swings and
Way
misses
out front.
at the low changeup. 1-1.
Camilo Duvall is in the Giants bullpen.
1-1 pitch. Down low for a ball. 2-1. Warming up in the bullpen for the Giants is Camilo Doval. That's a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-2. Huff fights that one off,
Play.
and he'll see
It's
another.
great. When you make a defensive play like Chapman, everybody in that dugout lights up, and they're smiling. I mean, nothing fuels a defensive player.
Huff fouls another
Takes
one
great
off.
pride in this game like Chapman does for that reaction when you can light your teammates up. Very cool.
2-2. Strike three called. Sam Huff goes down looking. And a fastball at the bottom of the zone. That's 2 down in the top of the ninth.
Here's Tyler Fitzgerald.
Up to bat for the Giants. Their 9-hitter, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Air in the 8th, and that got things going.
Fitzgerald bunts. Here comes the throw, and it's way up high into right field. McLean's still going for it. It's cut off by the right fielder. He doesn't even have it. Fitzgerald slides into second. As that was a very awful throw by Brent Suter. And McLean had to run to right field to get it, and eventually Espinal had to come over to get it.
Because of the location of the bunt. And for a left-hander, it's a little bit easier.
Suter rushed it and threw it way high of Encarnacion. McLean's running for it. Espinal comes over. He bobbles it and fires it in. And Fitzgerald's easily safe.
Hit E1.
Here's Lamont Wade.
That's what I had.
Swing and a miss. A fastball up top in the zone. 0-1.
Wade with a swing and a miss.
A 1 pitch. Up high. Ball 1.
Wade looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 3.
One pitch. And that's hit into center. Blake Dunn's coming over, and he's underneath it for the final out of the top of the ninth. And now we head to the bottom of the ninth. Can the Giants put it away? Bottom of the ninth here in Cincinnati. Giants lead 6-3, and they have their closer, Camilo Doval, in to try and close this one out.
23 saves and 28 opportunities. But had a consistency with his mechanics all year long. It really affected his command. He had 39 walks last year in 59 innings, and that's too many. 78 strikeouts, that's awesome in 59 innings, but 39 walks.
Reds down by 3.
Have a bit of a disappointing year.
What can they do here?
Favorite lost his
Up to bat is their superstar shortstop, Ellie.
Opportunity for a save.
Bailey not catching.
Patrick Bailey, the new catcher in the game, as Doval takes a slider, throws a slider down the middle for a strike. 0-1 on Ellie. Oh, 1 pitch. Pumped in at the bottom of the zone for a strike. Nothing in 2 on Ellie.
2 perfect pitches.
0-2 pitch. Outside.
Back. This one wide.
Count now 1-2.
1-2. Bailey, as we mentioned, behind the plate.
1-2 pitch. Inside.
2-2.
And in the dirt. It's 2-2 now.
Had to count 1-2. You bounce that slider. You've got a guy who wants to swing it. David Cruz, his reputation for, he will chase, especially below the strike zone from the left side.
The ball fires, and Ellie swings and misses at the low slider and strikes out. That's one gone in the bottom of the ninth.
It's a good take in the 1-2 count. Comes back in at a 2-2 again. He didn't have to come into the strike zone, and he gets the aggressive swinger to.
And up next for the Reds, it's Christian Encarnacion Strand. 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and ground into a double play.
Encarnacion Strand.
Doval fires a cutter that seemed to be at the top of the zone, but in the home plate umpire's eyes, it was a ball.
He's already going, hey, Manny Gonzalez, what's up with that? That's a strike.
1-0 pitch.
There's a strike.
That's a slider in the zone for a strike. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that's ripped into left field. Oh, what a diving catch! Heliot Ramos! diving for it and making the play. 2 gone in the bottom of the 9th.
That is a great play.
That was poked
And you can see
into
the jump
left
he
field,
had.
and Elliott comes over and makes the diving catch and loses his sunglasses in the process.
It completely sells out
Whew.
and gets a big out. I mean,
What a
he's
play by
almost
Elliott.
on the ground.
Candelario.
Heimer Candelario is the last hope for the Reds today as he takes a slider for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 offering. Swing and a miss at the slider below the zone, and the Reds are down to their final strike.
Look at defensive perfection. Didn't have a straight route to the ball. The sinking line drives are tough to judge. The fact is, he closed on it and made the play.
This
Great
is for the
effort.
win. Candelario grounds it. Fitzgerald's got it. He flips it over, and that's your ball game. Giants beat the Reds 6-3.
So
Thank
on
y'all
this
for
Sunday
watching. See y'all later.
afternoon,
RV out. Peace.